SPF?
As I noticed.
Did you stop him
Have you ever felt pain like this? A straight pain to grow it, and you gotta get the gout.
So are we on?
Yeah.
You don't have your headphones in. Did you say if you put that cap on you'll be cool?
I have the power of editing, but
But you don't, and nor will you. Idaho?
Idaho potato. Speaking of potato, Bart the bald man guy, how are ya?
I don't like, don't use my name. I don't like that.
Anything?
I don't like anything. I don't like that I'm missing out on the intro song. As I've said before, it's the only part of this podcast I like.
It was played just before. You didn't hear it with the wicked intro. How was your weekend? What did you get up to?
No way. No, that's not in the note.
No, we haven't even got into the good stuff yet.
Okay. Oh, yes, and that.
So hard. Wait, this wouldn't even be fun on a road trip. You said that 4 times.
Yeah, I'd stand by that as well.
I never said it would be.
I had a super hectic weekend. I had a massive week, and no one wants to hear about that. And then I had a really busy weekend. There you go. That's it. Oh, I got abused by some autistic people.
Artistic, oh man, the artists.
Autistic people. Like, not unfairly, is what I'll say. I'd like to say I was very nice in the situation.
You'd like to say. But the courts said different? Or?
Nah, yeah, they didn't enjoy our presence at an event. But anyway, that's fine. Let's leave it there. I got an earful. Ironically, from someone wearing earplugs.
This is just a murky.
I'm not saying anything bad about them.
You're not. The fact you're not saying anything makes me worry.
No,
makes me.
We accidentally bothered them while at an event. There was a couple of people who were autistic. We bothered them a little bit, not deliberately. Yeah, they've got sensory things. Like,
gotcha.
So we were distracting them and stuff.
Okay.
And then they had a word.
Unknowingly, or did you on purpose?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
No, by accident. Unwittingly.
I brought in my pots and pans and just started whacking them.
I brought in a drum set to the game.
A lot of above the head clapping.
Yeah, a bit of that.
Okay.
Also, at the event we're at, they encourage audience participation, like cheering and dancing and banging stuff.
Yep.
So I don't think it was a great environment for people who are bothered by sensory stuff.
Touch sensory issues.
Yeah, and also I'm annoying to someone without sensory issues. So I totally agree. Like, I had to accept it.
How did you know that did someone come and...
They had a word.
What do you mean? We were? Who were you
I
with?
was there with a collection of people and children. It was, I'll be honest, it was more the children accidentally bothering them.
Blame the kids.
Yeah, and then they said, no good, be better. And I agreed.
Okay. Well, but I had a big long think about some of the stuff we said on the last podcast. And
you got rid of the daddy long legs. There's only one.
That's the daddy.
Do you reckon the rest went into that hole there that you haven't?
No, there's a couple there missed.
Did you spray them?
No, they're all on that broom that you just used before.
Yeah.
I had a long think of how I can solve some of the issues that we had. None of them are gout, but...
What issues did we have?
The way we can solve the toilet stall problem. Because you know when you walk... Okay, when you're walking into a public bathroom, or at work, or wherever, and someone's just coming out.
Yep.
And you're like... You feel like going, hey buddy, tell me hot or cold. Which
100%.
one? If I'm, because you know when you're the guy and you're walking out going, please don't go to the file, please don't go to the file. You see him go, listen, go.
Or a little bit, you're like, do it.
Suffer.
And then you see they have to commit.
Yeah.
I love that.
What there should be is, you know when you go in car parks at like Indooroopilly and shopping centres, the lights, it could be different colours for like, it'll go off after 5-minute warning or something.
It starts dimming or something. Yeah.
I think that would solve a lot of the problems because you know when you're like, We're like, what'd you do in there, buddy?
Yeah.
Or you could say, it wasn't me, that was the guy before.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't blame me for this.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
I would like to be out. I would like a.
Or even be able to say it, even if it was you. You know what I mean? Pass the blame.
I'd like a queuing type system, but it's like a post queue.
Yeah.
So it's like, Bart was just in here, but he took a piss and he suffered possibly worse than you did.
Yeah.
In here from whoever was before.
He got the worst of it.
Yeah. And I think
he jumped on a landmine for you.
Yeah, and I think if we're going to do that system, then it also becomes an honour system, right? Like then it does have to say, yeah, well, Bart was in here and he wrecked the place, you kind of just go, yeah.
We could connect it to the single flush or double flush.
Yeah. Oh,
we'd give it. Otherwise, you'd just be there doing 6 single flushes.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to game the system.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of what else could we do.
In a previous job,
toilet paper. Right. Using the toilet paper.
Yeah.
That would mean that you're doing
signals. Oh yeah, that's good because there's no way to really game unless you're just going to risk it and hope you snapped clean.
Hovering. Both hovering
and a clean break. In my previous job, there was one of the bathrooms. It only had 2 toilets, no urinals, just 2 toilets, and just 2
for men and women, or just the men's.
No, in the men's. But this was an exceptionally weird toilet setup. So just 2 toilets, no urinals.
Yep. But
4 hand washing stations.
Gotcha.
So 2 and 2. Communal, like same sex, not communal, same sex, no, not same sex, mixed gender single shower in the middle. Like, so toilets, shower, then another set of toilets, which was for the women on the far side, yeah? So if you went into that shower, you had to go in and like you had to hope your door side was open. So you could go in and then just close it. But if it wasn't, you either had to find a woman to go around or you had to risk it and you had to like skulk around and go, please no one, please no one, please no one, and go through the women's side.
You had to drop dead Fred it where you slide on your back like a mechanic.
Yeah, you didn't want to slide too far.
That's always worries me about those, they call Jack and Jill bathrooms.
Yeah, like that where it's like communal bathroom.
No, say you have a house and
ungendered. Oh, okay,
it has 2 doors on it,
like in a hotel.
They call it Jack and Jill.
Yeah. Hotels or like aged care homes often do that.
Sure. And you're like, I'm going to lock my door, and then you're like, hello,
100%, 100%. Yeah.
But then you're not going to unlock. You probably forget to unlock both of them.
Definitely.
And then your brother or sister has like a butter knife.
Yeah, or like if you're in there. Yeah. I also want I want to be able to come out and lock it from the outside as well, right? Like, I don't want some guy shitting in there to just pop the door open into my room.
That's true.
No, but okay, at this workplace, just 2 cubicles, 4 sinks, and it was like so tight in there and so echoey, much like this, where you couldn't, if a toilet was flushing, you had no hope knowing which from the outside of the cubicles which one was flushing.
Gotcha.
Nothing better than absolutely wrecking one and switch like diagonally going to the taps in front of the toilet you didn't use. So someone comes in and sees you and goes, "Ooh, I can hear it flushing."
Gotcha.
And then they would have to walk into your trap.
Yep.
And you'd see them have to commit to it. Like I love, a colleague going, "I can't walk it. Like I can't shame this person," but you set them up in that trap.
Well, you know when like you're wanting to make your quick escape, but someone else was obviously there before you, and you're like, why isn't this guy making his escape?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to open at the same time and make. Like, go, mate.
How horrendous is the at the toilet sink chat of like, anyway, did you ruin that place as well? Like, it's horrible. I go to the toilet at work with my headphones in. I normally use that as an opportunity to watch
noise
something.
bearing.
Yeah.
Like noise. That was quiet. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, that and also, but also just because, some quiet time, some of my time.
Oh, yeah.
And then I come out and I'll generally, like, if I've got a podcast on, I'll keep it going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, and then some guy's like, hey, buddy, and you're like, I can't hear, my hands are wet, I've got to try and, it's horrific.
Yeah, hold this.
Yeah, just leave me alone.
I found this in the toilet.
That wasn't me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Also, an arrogant I'm a big arrogant pisser.
Yeah.
You know,
You're a big boy, are you?
no.
Aiming at the water?
Yeah. The full stream.
No.
Straight in.
Who are you trying to
Just
prove?
echoing around. It's such a power play that no one respects.
Oh, getting a big boy. I hate that.
Yeah. At my last job, an old bloke, old country guy, he loved it. He used to call me the horse, and I loved every second of that. I was hoping it would catch on, and it didn't.
God damn, that annoys me. No, it didn't. That didn't happen.
Yeah, it was.
Because you're pissing like a racehorse.
Yeah, I chose to believe it was more about penis size, which he had no chance of knowing, and definitely wouldn't have given me that nickname then. But I chose to believe it. That's why.
That annoys me.
Yeah, arrogant pisser. He still, if I see him now, he'll be like the horse.
And then towards the end, when it's like
No, that's where you force it.
to one constant stream.
And then
zip
snap
it up
off.
and you're out.
And yeah, sure, you get plenty of drips.
Being the horse, you go.
That's
You
to
flick
hide
your
the shake.
Gotcha.
At the end, yeah. But it did mean you had quite a few drips.
So, indicators over the urinals.
Yeah, I like that. I like an indicator. I like
A brown symbol and a yellow symbol, and then a green for good.
But you haven't solved the "it wasn't me." Oh, okay. Do you remember the kids' game Code Breaker with the little coloured things, and you'd put a little code in, and then someone would have to try and guess it?
Yes.
It's similar to that, where it's like multiple lights, say 5, and it could be yellow. Like, if you've come out and taken a piss, it's yellow. Then it could be yellow, brown, or black.
Which one's gotten
it out. So you could be
the
like...
previous goes.
You could be like, mate, I'm 3 pisses deep on this thing. It's still hanging around.
That's 4 ago.
Imagine how bad it was when I was in there.
Okay. That's a good little...
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe a grey, smoky one to indicate it was just a piss. Maybe it's a smoky, swirly yellow. It was just a piss, but dropped a really bad fart.
It's heavy on the urea, so you gotta get low, right? Because the urea it goes for the roof down, kind of like
he is dehydrated.
Yeah. What's the one where backdraft? You see, like it's climbing over the ceiling.
Fuck, I love backdraft.
Kurt Russell?
Yes.
And it starts wisping out.
Yeah. Was that the one where he was in a tunnel at the start? There's a flooding tunnel? What's that?
No, that one's Sly.
What's that?
Sly.
Oh, yeah.
Not Earthquake, it was like something like that. Daybreak. I mean, I don't know.
Daybreak and Backdraft are always on, like, you know, you might get the double header on a weekend.
Yeah. And then, to top that off, Tango and Cat.
The
double header.
Yeah. Mate, Backdraft, all I know is if I'm in a fire, I can never open a door.
Never ever.
Which seems counterintuitive.
Don't walk on the ceiling.
Yes, it fully crept along the ceiling. Yes. You're right.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I'm in a fire and fire's creeping on the ceiling, sweet. I prefer to be up there.
Up there?
Yeah, up on the ceiling, not down where I am, on the floor.
You can't open a door.
Yeah, that's the issue. Eventually I will open a door. What happened then? Did it come down from the ceiling?
Yeah, but... if you yell backdraft as loud as possible,
and then kick a door,
it
counters.
Backdraft, that counter.
Yeah. How were you meant to get out of a room without causing a backdraft?
You gotta wait for the fireman.
What was happening? Was it sucking?
Did
it suck backwards?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I love that. I was talking about Backdraft like last weekend. Great film.
Yelling it out in front of all.
Yeah, I was yelling Backdraft.
You're yelling Backdraft and kicking doors in.
Backdraft. Similarly, did you bring up Backdraft relating to a fart? That's amazing. That's
the urea.
Done. Do you know what I did on the weekend? While quite hungover, I vacuumed up a fart, and it worked incredibly well.
Oh, you just got it out of the area.
Yeah.
And then did you have to go to the fire station and go down in the basement and put it in that
like in Ghostbusters? Yeah, one of those boxes.
And it goes the purple vapors.
Where did that all go? Just one big container, or were they all in their own? Didn't they keep them in? No,
those trapper keepers.
Yeah, the trapper keeper.
The thing with the foot.
Yeah,
and sucks them in it.
That sucked into something else.
Into a big not incinerator, but a big storage facility. I don't think he'd figured out what to do with them. And then that dickhead from the EPA came down.
Yes, and opened it, and that's what flooded the city.
Yeah.
Okay, questions. Many questions. How did Igor invent the technology that was able to contain ghosts? I guess that's also the Trapper Keeper. What was the technology behind that? Was it electricity?
Because
Because she was using heaps of electricity somewhere. Remember that was why the EPA were blowing up? Were they blowing up
tapping into
the city mains?
Yeah.
I don't know what mains are. Okay, so it was electricity system. Yeah, I did think about that. I would have liked a little box to seal it up.
Yeah.
But it worked well. Why don't we all have little personal, like, pants vacuums? Like, you hang off your belt like an old school mobile phone.
Maybe that's what all those wankers that have those big vapes they're actually doing.
It goes both ways.
They're sucking their farts.
I would like to start rocking around with a big old school, the first mobile phones.
Yeah.
You know, that came in their own little gun holsters.
Oh yeah.
Those, and it's a little vacuum.
Where's the
farting everywhere?
Where's the vacuum come from? The point of the aerial? Or
Good point. Great point. Because that's pointing up. It has to be the battery pack station. Which could be a slotted system, like a, you know what I mean? A grate.
and there's a filter. There's a charcoal filter.
Yes,
Filter.
and then clean air comes out the aerial.
Clean air. Yeah, let's be honest.
Mate, I'm sweating balls. I'm getting no fan again. You get all the fan. Why am I on this side again?
Because I get a better fan on this side.
Can I get a second fan?
Nah. Mate,
Oh my god, I'm so...
Yeah. Trying to work today. For me, personally, apart from when you think you just snooze, when you wake up and go, oh, gee, sure is light out. Apart from that wake up,
Yeah.
the next worst thing to start my day is when I'm kind of hurrying a little bit, and for some reason I've got just a normal coffee cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty full. I'll take like a hot swig out.
Like a
Just a normal ceramic
cup type one.
No.
Oh.
Normal.
A mug?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you doing this? At home? You're not travelling?
From home to my car.
Okay.
But I've taken a hot
Who
swig.
carries a mug to the car? You then got an open mug in the car?
This is my problem.
Are you serious?
So I like try and take top 10% and I go, that's my risk aversion. Then I put it in the cup holder.
This is insane.
And then my knee knocks it and coffee all
Well,
over your
also,
pants.
the pure fact of driving. What are you talking about?
Because then you
Get a fucking keep cup.
Yeah, but then
It costs like $1.
Yeah, but then I don't wash it and I'm going to throw it out.
No, you don't.
I do.
Oh, you have some milky bullshit coffee, don't you? Okay.
No.
Are you black coffee man now?
No, with a dash of milk. Just to take the heat off.
Milky bullshit coffee.
How dare he judge me? Who is he to judge me? He's one of those psychos that just has those long blacks. Long horsey blacks. That's what he has. And look at him.
I was going to make that joke as well.
Yeah. How dare he judge my lactose in the middle? Whoa! Can you lean that back? Oh, God. Oh, let me leave the room. But,
What?
stuff the fan. Can you lean that back?
It's so hot. Hang on. Where did it go?
Well, it leans onto that chair that you...
Oh, great. It just leans on the chair. Is this on me? I feel like this is on you. And the lean. Like that? Jesus Christ.
Look at the thing we're hanging out.
Fuck. Oh, give me some... Yeah, that's better. We're just experiencing some technical difficulties. It's yeah, I guess, yeah. There's airflow. seltzer?
And we're back. Thanks for the seltzer, bud.
Cheers. Today's episode brought to you by
Nobody yet.
White Claw.
We will be having advertisers very soon, I assume.
Will we?
No. Maybe.
Yeah. I guess if you get
spilling coffee to start your day, and you got that smell of coffee.
Do you know what this
for the rest
smells
of the
of?
day?
It smells of you trying to create content for your dumb podcast. No one does that. This is insane.
I did it today.
Get a keep cup. Yeah, you did this going, I've got to say something. I can't do a cookie quiz again.
Arrowroot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good gear. The best.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Okay. What else?
This was an episode of fucking It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Because Frank or Dennis was eating cereal from a bowl in It's Always Sunny and had a car accident. That's mental.
What else would be the worst way to start a day?
I didn't know it was going to be a maths problem.
Doing maths? Is that the problem?
I spent many of my days doing maths. Grade 3 maths this year. The worst way I start many days is helping my kids with math homework.
In the morning?
Yeah, and reading eggs.
With a reading egg.
Oh, you haven't even got to reading eggs yet.
Wait. Reading egg.
Reading eggs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know how there's like a Scotch egg, right?
Yeah.
So that's egg. Pork mince. Spiced pork mince. Deep fried with a crumb on it.
Yep.
Reading.
How the fuck do you know that?
Reading egg. So from Reading.
Yep.
Part of England.
Yep. On it.
It's an egg wrapped in jellied eel. Something. What is a reading egg? What are reading eggs?
Reading eggs is an app that helps kids learn to read. It's actually quite good.
So you doing that homework for your kid?
No, helping them with it, which is infinitely worse.
Gotcha. You're like,
Fuck, mate. You haven't got to teaching kids to read. I'm not a great parent, and it's probably my weakest area because I'll do something like, the boy jumped over the strawberry. And you go, fuck, how could it be strawberry? You know what I mean? Like they just
when they just take punts out of
nowhere.
nowhere.
The boy jumped over the log, and you go, fucking log. Why did you say straw? Like, fuck. It sends me into a white rage.
White claw rage.
White claw rage.
Yeah. You shouldn't be drinking them in the morning, by the way.
Yeah, no. Well, it gets me through reading eggs. So, yeah, reading eggs and then doing maths homework.
Did you ever remember, like, having to, the morning that you meant to either have done at school, done an assignment, or done, like, a speech, and you're just like,
Oh, mate.
I have basically done nothing.
Remember doing orals?
Yep.
I remember maybe, like, I don't know about you, but, like, I would fluctuate. Sometimes I'd be totally up for
On it,
it.
or
I'm going to
sometimes-
nail this, and other times I'd be shitting myself.
Yep.
You're in a room with mostly your mates. You know what I mean? Like, there's mostly your mates, some kids you're ambivalent to,
Yeah.
and maybe one mortal enemy. What a great scenario for, like, delivering a speech.
As far as public speeches go,
It's about
right?
as good as it
That's
gets.
best. Yeah.
Like, yes, your mates are trying to stitch you up and,
Yeah.
and laughing and stuff, but, like, it's a pretty non-hostile audience.
Close to the least.
Yeah. The best you're going to do.
Because then you're like, oh, well, what if it's all family? You go, no, but they could be more vindictive against you.
They could be more.
Just want to tear you down, right?
Yeah. And I feel like generally our mates, like, weren't doing that. Like,
No.
if we'd done more...
Because they were, like,
older,
trying to write theirs
Yeah.
before they were on too.
they weren't listening at all.
They were like,
Oh, that's a good point.
oh, you're not doing yours, are you?
No, these aren't palm cards. Remember palm cards?
Oh, yeah.
God, palm cards have gone away, haven't they? It's now, we do quite a few, like, face-to-camera videos at work.
Yeah.
And so we've constantly got, like, an auto cue on an iPad.
Does
pretty
it?
fancy.
Okay.
Yep.
Who?
No palm cards.
How does it scroll? Does it hear what you're saying?
No, it goes to...
Or is there a time thing?
I'll be honest.
Don't be honest. Lie to me.
I'll be honest, I'm quite senior in my department, so I don't get into the nitty-gritty.
You just know that it's a thing?
I just know that it happens. I don't know. I assume it's timed. I assume it's like, scroll, like slow scroll up and whatever scroll up. Yeah, like different speeds.
And you might practice it and go, that was too quick.
Yeah, I guess they do. I don't know. I turn up towards the end, try to make sure it's all okay, and then fanny off to get myself a coffee.
Fanny off.
So
how dare they say that you're the most senior guy there?
I'm big on a fanning and swanning. I like my big areas.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Too many meetings now. Like I did that early on to be like, look how involved I am. And I'm really kind of engaged.
You'd also have that really big old man kind of energy, especially with a younger work crew. Especially if you're pointing your giant urethra.
Yeah.
At that water, piss. Right?
Yeah, because we've got unisex toilets as well. So I make sure to arrogant piss into a cubicle.
Unisex toilets? Are you like, you've been there going, you wanted this? I wouldn't want to.
That's the thing. I don't think any of them wanted it. I think if you asked them, they'd all be like, please can we have gender assigned toilets?
It's like, I'm cool with it. Hey, but you have to make the call. And I have to just go, well, these
Bud keeps doing arrogant pisses next to me, which I do. I find a subordinate and arrogantly piss next to them. And I do the thing that I time it. I stand by the door waiting until I hear them turn the latch, and then I pop out with them. So they know.
Morning.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I worked with a guy who's he was this, like, head of the Southern Hemisphere, and his favourite
just in
line...
general?
Yeah. Like,
I didn't know they gave that away.
Yeah, it's like it's a title they give to guys in advertising.
I thought it was Dan Carter. What was the Southern Hemisphere and Northern Hemisphere?
His favourite thing was he'd see in the toilet and go, fancy seeing you here where the big dicks hang out.
Was he your idol? Was he older than you?
He was really old. Yeah. He was old bloke.
Wait. At that time, he was like 40.
Yeah,
he was really old.
Yeah, mate.
And I was this young guy, 37.
He started his ad career. They would send ads via taxis, in hard, like hard copies to the newspaper.
Yeah.
Who would then reprint it somehow. I don't know how. I don't understand the technology. But he was constantly on his mobile phone, and he would literally stand there taking an arrogant piss, talking on his phone, presumably to his PA.
Yep.
Only pause to say, fancy seeing you here where the big dicks hang out, and then keep pissing and keep chatting.
Keep pissing? Oh!
Yeah. Well, he's on the phone pissing, and he would literally call his PA and go grab me a paper, and his PA would have to wander off, get him a paper, hand it to him, and he would immediately stand up and walk to the toilet. So, everyone knew what he was doing. And his poor PA would be like, I'm getting his shit paper.
And then would he hand it back to her?
I never checked. Oh, I don't know. I hope he did. I assume he did.
It's a full power play.
Yeah. That same guy had his wife came to supervise, came and helped him during the interview process of their PAs.
Yep.
Of his new PA.
Gotcha.
She was a previous PA. She knew she knew the journey.
Because they leave you the way they caught you.
Yeah, sure.
As in?
Yeah, I get what you mean. And she got what you mean. It makes sense.
Okay. Let's talk together.
I don't keep in touch. He's a million. I assume he's dead.
He said you had a big dick.
Yeah, I respect that and I appreciate it.
Got tattooed on my back. The quote.
Yeah. Go on.
Oh. Happened to me on the weekend. You know when you see someone that from 10, 15 metres away, you're like, oh, hang on, there's Thingo. And then you go to say hi, and you're like, I haven't spoken to this person in 20-something years. I have no idea Like, how do you... Okay, how do you broach a convo? How do you start a convo when you're like, what have you been doing for 20, your majority of your life since I last... And I've having increasingly less and less confidence the more I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I'm amazed you didn't recognise that person. I'm horrible.
You're no good?
at recognising people.
Hey, but I do this, and then as my hand goes a second way, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
I know. And Sass is like, what's this? You're like,
Shit.
yeah.
I do. I like to lean into it and go, what have you been up to? And see what they choose. Are they going to
Let them send the energy back to you.
Yeah, them go, okay, well, 2002, first year out of school.
You're like,
We're committing. Let's get a
where's
coffee.
my chair? Oh, it spilled it. See? Good
Yeah, it is a good get out
Where'd
of
you
jail
keep a
card.
cup?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. I respect that. If you need to constantly be able to get out of conversations.
Yeah. You just go, let's grab a newspaper, go to the toilet.
Was that it? Is that one of your topics? Waving at people you haven't spoken to.
But saying it happened.
Who did it happen with? What was the person's name? Let's get into the detail.
Not doing that.
Oh, come on. Someone we went to school with?
No.
Oh.
Another thing.
Oh, no.
The whole...
Why are you whispering?
I don't know. The whole... in Noosa, there was an event that happened where Michael Clark...
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Barbara.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I've been to that. It's an Italian restaurant, the Waterfront.
Yeah.
Which is just behind the Noosa Yacht Club.
Okay, yep.
Now, the waiters there and the chef, they're just like plying you with as much wine as you can drink.
Yeah.
That being said, right? Oh God.
Lids off.
Yeah.
That was the red flag.
Lids off with a lip. You see how he's like, Carl, don't you walk away from me,
mate.
You're you, mate. It's like, oh my God.
I read half of the article until I got to the first photo, which was of the great man shirtless, and I was like, oh, you are hammered. I have left a restaurant shirtless, or soon after got shirtless. Only when I was wild.
We're being within 8 meters of sitting down.
Yeah.
I've wanted to.
We've all been.
Big pasta. Boom. Lasagna in me belly.
Although, our friend at Chipper's wedding, remember we all got, not shirtless, but we all just committed to fully unbuttoning at the table for the ceremony? Yeah, ceremony. No, reception.
That ceremony. I bought a brand new shirt.
Yep.
It was quite cheap, actually. I think it was like a light blue one with like little dolphins on it or something.
Yep. Tara Cash.
Tara Cash, probably. And I wore it and had a jacket on because I'm like, oh, let's be respectable.
We're fancy. Fancy boys.
And then I remember I was standing under half a tree, just going.
Yeah.
It was it the day after New Year's? No. The day before.
Yeah.
December.
Day before New Year's?
Yeah.
As in the 31st of December?
No, 30th, because the next night was mass in the morning. And I just remember going, I remember I was looking down going, oh no.
You got to the point where you couldn't tell what the original colour of the shirt was. So much of it was sweat.
Yeah.
You'd actually flipped in the positive way for you.
Because everyone else had like sweat patches.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing.
You were all patched.
I don't know. In the first 10 minutes, I looked and I went like this, and the sweat had started encroaching out of my jacket.
Yeah.
I was like, I've only got to sit in it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any coming back from this.
Yeah, you bathed it.
So I was wearing, it was like, I'm still wearing a jacket. I go, because it's over, mate.
It's gone.
And then I was like, this isn't too bad.
If you took the jacket off, it would have been a backdraft of sweat.
Yeah. right?
You would have just
Don't open the door.
No, you played an absolute blinder.
So I let the shirt get fully satched.
Yeah, fully.
And I took the jacket off. And they're like, oh, I'm like, it's my dark blue shirt.
Yeah.
And then the issue was
As you started to cool.
no. As I kept sweating,
Oh, it started to drip.
all the ink of the little dolphin started going, and it actually like stained my my bare body.
And ironically, it meant you couldn't find shade because if any part of you started to dry, then the whole thing would be
No, because all my skin was just totally like this much flesh.
Waterlogged.
Yeah, just
sweat-logged.
the backlog of sweat was it. The tickets were still running.
Yeah.
It was dark by the time I started drying out. That reminds me, when we were staying at a backpackers after that wedding.
Yeah.
In Gold Coast.
Yeah.
And I had the worst sleep. So it was me.
Was it all the
wife.
drugs or?
No. Me, my wife, our friend Nick and his wife Becky, and I was sleeping on. We were in bunk beds. It was like some backpackers.
Yeah.
Because I think it was only 2 sets of bunk beds.
Wife swap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I was sitting there going, oh my God, worst fucking sleep. Some fucker above us is fucking showering. Like, in the floor above.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, I woke up the next morning going, oh my God, you guys.
You pissed the bed.
And I go, Sass, did you fucking shower the whole
pissed the
night?
bed.
She goes, yeah. And I go, because I was on top bunk, I was like, it's fucking. She goes, yeah, it wasn't too bad. I go, it was horrendous. And then Becky's like, I didn't hear anything. I'm like, and I was like, what? And I was like,
Why is she
it's like,
doesn't she know? She knows where you are.
it was like, how do you not hear that? And Becky's like, oh, no. She goes, oh, it's because I had my my sleep noises. It's like, what do you mean? She goes, my sleep noises. I go, she goes, oh, it's autumn rain or whatever. I go, can you please play it? Sass is like, what? Can you please play it? She goes, it's this. And it's like, I'm like, are you fucking? She goes, yeah, but I put it away from my head because it gets a bit like I like having the background. But she put it like towards our bunk beds, and it was like, motherfucker.
2 immediate questions.
But she was used to that noise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not going to.
And I was just
I'm
like,
actually choosing not to comment on this. My question is, would you not raise the question? Would you not flag it with everyone? Flag it with the room.
hey guys, you cool with this? No, but okay, if I knew what the noise was, I would have been fine.
That's mental. That doesn't make any sense.
But it was like,
That doesn't make any sense.
no.
It's a sleep app. It's meant to help you sleep. You should have been fine. You should have been out like a light. This is on you.
I thought it was a Korean guy having a shower for like 7 hours. I thought he passed out. Poor fella passed out.
Doesn't matter what you attribute it to.
I thought it was a backdraft.
Sweat draft. Your saturated shirt. Just hit me with one of your topics. Give me one of your topics. Give me a topic.
Topic?
Idaho.
Potatoes.
They're not really the potatoes, are they? What is Idaho? What sport is that? Is it just an Idaho cap?
Idaho.
Of just the state, the great state?
Yes.
You had to think about it. Yeah, I'm not confident
Boise,
either.
Idaho. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. What made you buy an Idaho cap? Although I do like it's got the really raised lettering, like the 90s basketball caps.
Gotcha.
Yeah, good times.
I was a hat because like it was really about me because Idaho. I'm Daho. But you didn't hear it, mate.
I blacked out.
Don't know what's going on there. Eddie Jones
Eddie Jones
is back again.
Again? No, just once.
Just
one again.
back again.
I think it's great.
Think it's great.
Great news. Yeah. He was a great England coach. I didn't love him in Australia the first time, but I think he proved himself. Like, he's definitely got a very specific style.
Yep.
And I don't think his specific style would have. I don't think it works particularly well with the Australian team we had at the time.
I think that's more a reflection of the players we had at the time and their attitudes.
We had a lot of stuck in their way of doing it kind of guys.
Did we?
Back in those days.
Was it? Maybe I'm wrong. You'll know better than me. Or were they? Was it that period of a bunch of young guys who thought they were superstars? I don't know.
And that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think a bunch of those young guys who thought they were superstars, a bunch of them weirdly are still playing and have matured massively.
One of them's in jail.
Not that
about
one.
to.
Not that
Oh,
one.
not that one.
I'm talking more about like the Quaid and O'Connors and stuff.
Yes.
They're more mature now. So I'm talking about the other incident.
Not the Curly Ambrose.
Wow.
Oh, Curly. No, I won't talk about him.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
So,
Yeah, tell me more.
So Eddie coming back,
Yeah.
it'd be like China wanting their COVID back. You know, their COVID they sent over.
Did you write that down?
Yeah, I did. COVID back. China.
Oh, you did. Look at you.
Wait, what did I? Oh, it'd be like when Mormon teens. What is it called? The rump. They're allowed to go for like 3 months.
Yeah. Are they?
So when they hit a certain age,
This was-
16, 17, it's called a rumpus or a rumple.
This is not covered in that. Did you ever watch that TV show? The one where it's like I can't remember the style that it's called, but it's like a cheap novel type Western type show. Like it's with the guy. It was set in like he was a criminal, and he was heading back to this weird country town in America to find his like girlfriend that he's in love with. And on his way there, we're in a bar. The brand new sheriff gets killed, and he adopts his identity, and he becomes like becomes the sheriff. But it's like a old kind of it's that Western type thing where it's like he kicks the shit out of people. He bangs a really hot Mormon chick. And all this
Witness?
kind of stuff. No, it's something else.
That's when that kid witnesses a.
Give me my phone.
No, I have it.
I want to look it up.
It'd be like it'd be like.
While you tell this terrible joke, can I Google what that show was called?
No. So they turn 16 or 17. They go they're allowed to go away from the community for like 6 months.
Yeah.
They're allowed literally
Whatever.
go experience life. And then you see
That's young.
and then you see how bad it is.
Yeah.
And come back.
Yeah. But most of
It'd
them
be
are
like
like,
them coming back and going, who the fuck is this guy? It's like I'm on a spring break. The rumpus. It's something like that. Or a crazy. Oh yeah. This is a good one. Oh, but this is a good one.
are these all... Shouldn't you have picked one to do? Or are you going to do a run? Okay. Hit me with your run.
Oh, wait, this would be like.
Eddie Jones coming back to Australia is like...
It'd be like when someone has like a horrendous, crazy girlfriend at the time, right? And then they finally break up, and you go, "Oh my god, mate, she's the biggest fucking nightmare. I've wanted you to get rid of her for years. She's this, she's that. It's so good." And then like 6 months later, they're back together, and you're like, "Oh, this is all good." When she was leaving, I said a lot of bad stuff, and we'll just welcome her back and just pretend nothing happened. That's actually probably more like it, right?
The show was called Banshee.
Banshee! I actually did see they used to.
It's a good show.
A lot of sex.
Yeah, and he was banging Mormon chicks. Yeah.
Yes.
The Mormon chick, all the time. She was on a rumpus.
Banshee only went for a season. Should have gone for two.
No, I think it went for 2. But you're right, it didn't go for many.
Or they cut it short. They did something. And I was like, Banshee's not too bad.
And then that guy's now in The Boys, right?
The Boys.
He's the main bad guy. In
yeah.
The Boys. Banshee was a great show.
Do you reckon he'd be the kind of guy that would piss straight into a Mormon chick's mouth?
in his Boys character?
Yeah.
And I respect him for it.
No, what is Banshee?
Homelander. Is Banshee? No, he would. So what he would do in Banshee is he'd initially intimidate them.
Sorry, I should have pushed this one. Because it was news. Eddie Jones is back. I feel.
There's other news.
George Pell died.
Oh, look, your plastic's coming off. Let's take it off.
No.
Take it off.
Waist-high tackles are apparently going to be brought here.
Whoa, are you trying to make this pillar to post again? Is that what's happening?
Oh, jeez, I missed pillar to post.
Didn't you just do your dumb YouTube rugby show? Is that done?
No, we're about to start back up again.
Really?
Another couple of weeks.
Who are you pointing to?
No one. So do you reckon we're going to see a lot of players?
I don't understand the wayside tackle thing. Did it get through? I thought it got canned.
No, it's
Can you
to be advised.
What's the distance? What I don't know. I actually don't know what the rule is. Where can I not tackle below the waist?
No, it's a height
Above
issue.
So where can I tackle now? I can't tackle above the waist.
No higher than the belly button.
Then the belly button.
A lot of long torsoed, short limbed Asian blokes running around. Right? With their belly buttons down here. You know those guys that run around with those tiny legs?
So specific. No higher than the belly button.
Something like that. Countries are going to they're going to start trying to find those freaks.
Why can't you hit, there's so much.
So you hit the sternum.
Why? What's wrong with the sternum? What happens if you hit the sternum?
Oh, yeah.
It hurts?
You don't know. Yeah, it stings.
But also...
Because then there's whiplash.
Really?
I didn't say it's a good idea.
No. I don't know why you support this rule so much. I think you see it as a way to get another couple of years.
Belly button replacement surgery.
Lowering it.
You lower it.
Yeah.
Kind of like with boxers, and they pull up their pants here and you go, don't hit me your belly button. No, your belt's up here, bro.
Is there anything behind your belly button? If you drilled it out...
Good question.
Does it connect to anything? What did it used to connect to? Your stomach? Must have.
Because mine goes like this deep. I can wiggle.
It does not. It doesn't. No, I'm serious.
Yours does, right?
Because
Because everyone does.
how deep did your belly button go? I guess with the gut now it's a bit deeper.
If it corkscrews around.
Ugh. Like a pig's penis.
No, you do know that if you keep stretching it, you can go further. Could you imagine? Someone's like, yeah, look this big.
Anyway, okay. You drill through it like you're drilling out a screw. What's behind it? Question. Answer.
Yeah, if you were to cut like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would love it to go into something, but it not actually connect, but there's a divot in the thing. You know what I mean? Like, say your stomach, but just in that bit, it goes...
Or like the end of a balloon.
Yeah. Oh, on the inside it's tied off. Yes. I love that. But did you cut Oscar's umbilical cord?
No, he's still got it. Drips on it everything.
But did you chop it?
Yeah, they clamp. And
One of the great moments of societal pressure. Like, I had no intention of doing it. And I was looked at it like a monster when I initially was like, oh, no.
You went to medical school for 6 years. You fucking do it.
Yeah, and so much worse than you think, right?
It's
really
gristly.
chewy. Yeah, gristly.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
And you're like, what? We're paying you $15,000 to do this.
Why
don't you do it?
Also, it's a very odd, weird, here, Dad... Here's the first thing you get to do is separate the child from the mum.
Yeah.
That feels symbolically poor.
No, from the
mum.
No, what's the thing?
Oh,
Gross big sack.
What is that?
Which we've still got in our freezer. We've been eating it every. Have you heard?
Yeah, I know.
What's the thing? Not the fetus, because that's the baby. The sacky thing.
Mate,
Purple.
Purple.
Yeah. It's like
whatever it is, it should be called purple.
Have you heard what
what is it called? And it's real steaky looking.
Yeah.
Our obstetrician was very, very interested in it.
Poking it with a stick and stuff.
Yeah, he was holding it up and showing us.
No.
It's like, look, and because they have to check that none of it's broken off or whatever.
It needs to be intact.
He was like, look, you can see it's all in perfect. I was like, bleh.
Yeah.
Stop showing me, mate. This whole thing's been fairly traumatic for me. And I did nothing. I was just here.
Amniotic? No.
Oh, that's amniotic fluid. What is it?
The big purple thing.
Yeah.
And the Kardashians are like, what you do is you grind it up, put it in pills, and you
eat a bunch of people put in pills, or they I reckon the least gross version of that
is to throw it in the bin. Oh, you go.
It's the people who at least. They'd bury it around a tree. They'd plant a tree and put that in there, as fertilizer. That's a bit weird. Carnivorous tree.
If you got to do something with it.
Yeah. If you had to, gun to your head. If you're not doing Well, I think we all think we should do is put it in a goddamn chemical waste sack.
Like, put your foot down,
Incinerate it.
and the thing goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you go, Colby.
Yeah, if you're going to do something, pop it in a little plant. Pop it in a little tree. Bit of fun.
But trying to get out of the hospital, you have to put a little beanie on it and put in a little onesie.
We're twins.
Twin, look at say she's beautiful.
Do not watch that one.
Say she's beautiful. Look at me.
Yep. Sorry, how did that come up?
Have you ever heard of a lotus birth?
No. Hit me.
So what they do? Baby comes out.
Yep. As they do.
What's the thing? What's the
Umbilical cord.
Umbilical cord.
Oh, they leave it on.
Don't cut it.
Yeah.
You take out the purple thing.
Yeah.
And you put the baby there.
Yeah.
And then you put the
Yeah.
purple thing there.
Yeah.
And then it's like meant that extra
Yeah.
an hour or whatever is.
No, it's longer, way longer, right?
Well, the last nutrients go into the baby.
Yeah.
And that is better for the.
Yep.
What happens is
Kind of get infected or it
people
dies.
do it at home and they go, oh, the more the merrier. And then they
Yeah.
go septic and the baby dies.
Wow.
But the purple thing lives. It becomes a tree. Because you bury the... And you keep the purple thing and then you bury the baby under the tree. And then... Isn't that... Wait, what were you saying? I don't understand.
This has been a horrible podcast. The first...
Oh, this
10 minutes
wouldn't
was
even
talking
be
about
good for a
shitting
road
and
trip.
farting. It was, and then now you're talking about a baby dying.
I'm going to the Red Hot Chili Peppers
I know you
and
are.
Post Malone.
We talk outside of this podcast. I know. That's
That's a weird combo, right? Because one is currently hip
yeah.
and the other one's...
Super old.
I watched... To get back in this... To show...
Yeah.
Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
I put on like one of their latest, like end of 2022. I think they're in Spain or Brazil, and like this is their live tour. They did all their funk stuff.
Yeah.
And there's Flea, like. And
I feel like-
oh. But the hits they played were bangers, but all the funk stuff and Flea's like going.
I feel like Post Malone would both be doing this ironically and not ironically. You know that really annoying double?
Yeah.
Where like he's a little bit... He's too cool, so he's doing it ironically, but he's also so cool, he's doing it
geeking out.
genuinely
Yeah.
at the same time, so that
Yeah.
he can't lose either way, which really annoys me. Just commit.
Oh, 'cause he's a
Pin your
winner.
fucking flag to one of the polls. Either be like, I'm doing this ironically, or be like, yeah, I'm really into Red Hot Chili Peppers. I agree. It's weird. I also don't hate it, though. Red Hot Chili Peppers, they're fun.
Awesome.
Love Roller Coaster? Roller Coaster
Yeah.
of Love.
Go.
What's that?
Start singing it. Go.
What is this? I can't hear
You gotta hear it. 2, 1.
What is he playing? I avoided that tactfully. Yeah, you were doing what we did. We did on Saturday night. We went to a nightclub. Nightclub? No, not a nightclub. A bar, but a very funky young people's bar.
Okay.
18 to 20 max.
Would they have a person at the front that would go, not in those shoes, buddy?
Yeah, and he went. And
Meanwhile, he doesn't even see your shoes. He just goes, I just don't like you.
yeah, he saw us.
Shoes.
He saw us walk in and walk
socks.
in. He assumed we were either the owners or close friends of the owners.
We're
Like, yeah,
3% owners.
Yeah, he was like, you have to.
We're silent owners.
The only
We're like
reason-
ghosts. We're not even here.
Yeah, you're coming in is because you own this place.
More straws in that one.
Yeah.
To pretend we're not here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We were genuinely double the age of that.
Yeah.
That was fun. I liked it. I enjoyed
Did
making
you
people feel
kick the
uncomfortable.
door in and go, backdraft, and then go on the toilet and go, that's where the big day.
Well, finally, me and the friends we were there with seemed to be the only ones actually using the toilets for the toilet purposes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys sharing cubicles.
I remember going to the milk bar. There's two basically identical stores. Actually, I'll tell you the other one. In Ibiza. When I was there for a rugby 10s tour. And
Again, this is not pillar to post.
and
Is that still going?
that's
It's dead.
defunct. I didn't want to get into it. I didn't shoot. It
You were
wasn't.
kicked off long before.
It wasn't
You were kicked off.
the decision.
The decision for you to leave.
I
was
thought that we built a. Yeah, anyway. What was I saying?
Ibiza rugby trip.
Went to Flood or Luge or whatever this big club was, and I was like, it cost $100 to get in. Go in there.
Luge.
It's a terrible name.
No, I like it. I'm on board.
Luge.
I like that.
And
That would be Luge in my mind. Every drink is being served to you by like an ice sculpture.
ice. And they go,
And you got to go, huh? And it comes.
and they kick it in your
Don't
fucking jaw.
use that little moment for your social quiz.
And it comes.
And you go,
She comes. Yeah, and so that was it. So
You're in Luge.
a lot of other blokes doing a lot of other things, and me and Sean Rowe, one of our friends, and I.
Oh, this is the only reason you are not indicating yourself.
Who was completely out of water on a rugby tour.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like
I remember him being there with you and being...
mortified.
Well, it's a true sign of what good friends you are. Because he does not belong on that tour.
Yeah, and we were like, I was like, Rowie, Rumbos? And he goes, yeah. Walked up to the bar, and it's one of those, like, it's like 2 stories tall behind her of just like vodka bottles.
Yeah.
All color coordinated.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Just the one single brand.
Oh, one brand.
Yeah, and like this, and like how are you gonna get anyway? And I go, can we have
Yeah,
and they had like 7 giant buckets of just water with ice.
Yep.
And then I was like, okay, we'll get 4 rum and cokes.
Yeah.
Like, and the bar chick was like,
Oh, no.
how do I? And I go, whatever your normal,
Whatever your rum
standard
is.
rum is, Bacardi. And then she was like, Bacardi. I go, over there. And they're like, she's like, they're not real. And she gets the manager to come and goes, 4 rum and cokes or vodka, lime and sodas? And she's like, they're like,
These bottles are for sure.
water? And I go, no. And then it was like $40 a drink. Because like,
Yeah, they're not. They never expect to open a bottle.
no. Crack a fret, you're going to take the whole bottle.
That was like the zoo back in the day. Like less fancy, but more like you'd go, oh, a couple of beers, and they'd be like, oh, like $3, and
where
then you
was
go,
the zoo?
and a water, and they go, like $20. Where was the zoo? In the valley, on like on Brunswick Street. Oh, like on like, is that Brunswick Street? Whatever the near the main strip.
Cloudland?
Yeah, kind of down from that. 1 block down from that, effectively.
Gotcha.
More near GPO? Was that a GPO? Whatever it was. I didn't go there often. But yeah, there. Funky bit. It was just the live music, but a lot of water being consumed. Our good friend Sean, who went to Ibiza with, I was thinking about him recently. When we were in our early 20s and first, like, I remember I was driving into work, my first ad agency job, and I was driving past that. Remember the courthouse? Maybe it is still there, I don't know. It was on North Quay or whatever. Like, you come off Coro Drive and the courthouse was right there, facing the river.
The steps, yep.
And I was driving by in my Mazda 323 thinking I was a legend. And I saw Sean walking up the courthouse steps in his suit. I remember thinking to myself, going, fuck, look at us. Here we are. You know, the boys, we've all got jobs now. Like, we're proper people. You know, we're not children anymore. And so I rapidly wound down, like, you know, like
The intensity.
Yeah, wound down the
Lucky
window.
you've been practicing doing that.
Oh, quite a bit. It came down shockingly fast. Wound down the passenger window, and as I drove.
Oh, you led across.
I led across.
That's a different strength.
Yeah.
When you're hunched over and going like this.
Yeah, it's shocking how much
practice.
I practice that too. And I leaned out the window and I was like, Shawnee! And I was like, oh, what a moment. Here we are. I'm off to my job.
Oh, he's doing his job. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
and he turns around in his suit, sees me. He may have even been wearing a wig. I don't know. You know the wig things?
Yep.
Sees me and immediately starts doing the most aggressive groin thrusting. Just going, buddy! Standing on the courthouse steps as criminals walk past him with much more decorum. And I was just like,
Oh, are you my 10 o'clock?
yeah.
Here we go.
And for that moment, I just went, oh, that's right. We're still pieces of shit.
We're not there yet.
No, we are.
We're close.
we're well, and then 20 years later, we're still pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But it was a nice moment. I respect that. I'll never forget a good friend thrusting his penis at me on Crow Drive.
Who is...
Yeah, well,
Oh, sorry.
I was like, ooh,
Not who is.
yeah, who? Is?
Where do you think
Yep. Come on.
you've last had
Oh,
the best
I don't have a beer for
Zinger burger?
Oh,
Right? When was
like,
the
what's
last?
the best KFC?
When was the last best of? Yes.
What's the best KFC? Oh, this is actually easy to hit.
Yeah. Easy to hear.
Easy to hit. I gotcha. And I apologise, I don't have a beer for you. I got an odd number of drinks.
It is odd,
That's an ice pack.
but delish. Oh yeah, sure. That's my driving home beer.
It's the KFC near the Gabba, on whatever that is.
Yeah.
Because, and I'll tell you why. Not on a cricket day. Cricket day, it's one of the worst zingers. On a non-cricket day, those guys are forged in the fires of pressure, right?
Someone was telling me this at a wedding. I come up and go, hey.
What chat are you having at weddings? Talk about other things.
No.
Zinger burgers.
Like, how lovely she looked in the dress. No, it's like, do you know,
Best Zinger burger.
do not go to the popular places. Don't go to the places that have peaks.
No.
Because you want people that are sitting there going,
No.
fresh chips, boom, fresh zinger, and they cook it to go.
Yeah. The doctor I wanted running the hospital during COVID was the military doctor. You know, one rattled. The one during normal times, everyone was a little bit scared of. He was a little bit too full on.
Yeah.
But fucking COVID hit, he was like, bang, let's go.
Snap in action.
Like calling orders, smashing it. That's what that KFC is like.
Yeah.
You go in on a Tuesday night on the way home from work for a little
Cooked
pre-dinner.
order. Yeah.
A little pre-dinner. And they're there. They're calm.
They're on Twitter.
They're calm, but ready.
Ready.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're calm but alert.
Because the manager's probably there like, wait,
Yeah.
be ready.
Their resting heart rate super low.
Look at this big dick swinger coming.
They're like, fuck, here comes horse.
And you come in and go, it's going to use the toilet for a second.
It's gonna
And like, and the door's like, they're still swinging.
Yeah.
Because you've just come through it and it's like this, and all they hear is,
Yeah.
and you come back with the newspaper and go, just chuck it down there.
Yeah.
Done with that.
Yeah, minimizing it.
So the Gabba, non-peak hours.
Like on a random day.
Yeah.
They are experienced, they are battle hardened, they're ready.
Do you reckon
And they don't take it for granted.
2:30 in the afternoon would be okay? I'll finish at 2. You know what I mean? Or it has to be like more of a midday. 11.
Yeah, it might. No, actually. The times I've hit them has been lunchtime post shoot around at the Raymond Park basketball court. Shout out. Had a few good games down there.
Shout out.
I once got squashed by like 150 kilo Lebanese bloke on that court.
Instead of we'll clip that. Instead of playing donkey, do you play horse?
Hey,
Hey.
that guy. That guy.
He smashed you, did he?
We absolutely destroyed them in the game. But
You're like, no, 3D3 window. On him.
He's a big boy. He genuinely liked that Ben Stiller movie. The one with the...
Along came Polly.
Yes.
Let it rain, and then he shot it.
Yeah. He genuinely, like, we were all shooting around. Like, there was, like, 6 of us shooting around. And then someone goes, 3 on 3. And he and another mate, they were like, yeah. So he split up. The moment the game started, he was like, well, pop my shirt off. 150 kilo.
He Michael Clark.
Very hairy man. Real sweaty. Like, he was heavily sweaty before the game began. Fuck, he was a big boy. And he was one of those hilarious guys. Huge cheater. Like desperate to, like, not lose. So it'd be like 7-12. And we'd score, and he'd go, yep, 13-9. You go, what? Like, it's just always, and like we'd score again and go, yep, 14-10. You go, what's going on? Like, he just, that was pretty funny. Yeah, but he crushed me. It's a big boy.
If you're playing just like 3 on 3,
Yep.
3 points don't count. Is it just
It's just ones and twos.
Ones and twos.
Yeah, so a 3-pointer is a 2-pointer, which is a false economy because it's now worth more. Like 3 points to 2 points versus 2 points to 1 point is a greater distance.
So wait. What's 1 point?
Is anything inside the 3 point?
Oh, so,
The only thing they do is drop a point off. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, it's just a rule. Yeah.
Because
There's heaps of weird shit.
if you're playing, that's just half court.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you just be like, there's no threes? Just
Yeah, totally. And because literally, 2 points is 50%. Like, it's like, it's much higher.
it's double.
Yeah, versus...
It's like 4 points versus 2 points.
2 to 3.
Gotcha.
And so that doesn't make any sense. Some people play this weird rule of no competitive rebounding. So you shoot your shot, and if you miss,
It's
that's it.
automatic turnover.
Yeah, hate it. Hate that rule. I always...
Because you're one of those guys that can get down and does some elbow
don't get
stuff.
me in the post. I'm in there.
You got a big horse coming in.
Yeah, the horse is coming.
It's not bucking.
Yeah, they're like, you're not that tall. I'm like, shut up. I'm fat.
You just see me when I'm lying down. Boom. So,
I once also had that court. Used to play there quite a bit.
shout out, Raymond.
Raymond. Where the Pineapple is. You know that big park where the Pineapple is?
Oh, the Pineapple
Other end
Hotel?
of the Pineapple Hotel, the far end. If you go all the way to the end of the park, is Raymond Park.
Shout out.
It's Raymond Park. One of those big cage, like American, like very American, like caged in courts.
So where you'd see those, that big brick wall, and you see those Mexican guys with the handball, and you're like,
Yeah.
don't go over there.
Well,
The ball goes over there, you're like,
leave it.
I guess that's
Leave
it.
Yeah. This was next to the caged in court was one of those, was a very good outdoor gym. You know, one.
Shout out.
And there were quite a few guys there where you'd be like, it's 11 o'clock on a Wednesday. Why are you doing like 2 hours worth of calisthenics?
Why are you there at 11 o'clock on a Wednesday?
I had a pretty sweet job. I did quite a lot of shooting during my work hours. It was pretty good.
Shout out, that company doesn't exist anymore.
It kind of does.
It does?
Kind of does.
Kind of does.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Adapt, evolve.
Adapt, evolve. Probably, yeah. Like,
Adapt, evolve.
probably get to market faster. Like, that's the issue.
Shout out.
Faster marketing. Don't let your marketing matter just be shooting hoops. Fucking love that job. Good job. Anyway, how do we go into that? Sweaty Lebanese guy.
You looked it up on your phone, didn't you?
It's not a phone. Come on, pull up something else from your phone. Are
That's
we
it.
done? Are we tired?
That could be it.
That could be it. What a strong end.
Wait, that can be it. We can end on that. If you...
Like, we can. Look, let's be honest, we're not going to disappoint many people.
No. You're exact. Oh, I see. You went egg on me. Shout out to Raymond.
Are you going to do anything? Like, ask people to, like, share it with their friends or something?
Yeah, I'm going to do an outro as well.
Oh, are you? When are you doing that? When are you doing that?
Exactly. Shout out. Well, Bart.
Is it going to be your thoughts? Like, reflections?
No, intro, yes.
Can I know we shouldn't talk about the podcast on the podcast, but I quite like the loose opening where you hear, like, us just talking shit before it starts.
No, that'll happen.
Oh. What, but it'll be you talking shit?
No, it'll be talking about the app,
Okay.
and then there'll be the intro song with the graphic,
what about this?
and then it'll just go to like, you drop the fan, and then
Okay, what about this though? Think about this. On the outro or the intro, could I still just hear... No, actually, forget it. I'll just play Ship to Shore to myself. No, what was it? Round the Twist. I'll play Round the Twist in the car on my way home.
no, but that song will be on.
Yeah, I don't get to hear it.
No. I click it now.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, but no, because you want it so bad. It's on now.
Also-
I'll pretend that it's on now.
Also, have you, like, okay, Round the Twist, fine. Show's fine. Pretty good. The gap between the quality of the show and the quality of the soundtrack, theme.
Yeah.
Has any show had a greater gap between theme and like Round the Twist was still a good show, but that theme song is one of the best. Like, okay, and here's my point: MASH, all time like classic theme song, amazing show. Can you think of any show that's had a greater gap in theme? Like, just banger.
What about there's the opposite.
Almost all anime is my answer. They all have awesome like Asian like the intros.
Anime like
Asian
hentai?
cartoon.
Hentai?
Not hentai.
Is that what you mean?
Asian cartoons. Almost all of them have like awesome like intros. And then then the show you're like, okay. I don't care about
these
this.
again.
Oh, no. Fine. Oh, you're a robot witch with magic.
I thought, if you look at the intro of this show, no, not this one. As in
okay.
the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, if you take the bare bones of it, it's a weak intro and a great show, but only because it's a great show that the intro song was
so weak.
So Seinfeld. You know what I mean? Like, technically, it's not a.
It wasn't just the boo 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 boo.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And that became
iconic because the show was so good.
Yes.
Yeah. Great call.
So that's the opposite.
Great call. Yep.
Whereas, like, a Big Bang Theory.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. The whole number.
Is that good?
It's not good, but it's much better than that terrible show.
Making some enemies today.
Fuck, I had one and I got distracted by anime and hentai.
Now we can think it was hentai.
Anime themes are awesome because like they always play the same like opening and closing, like the themes, like there'll be different songs, but they're always like awesome banger songs.
Yeah.
And like it could be like in the show, some like little 4-year-old girl gets brutally murdered by some dragon monster.
Baywatch. Some people in the darkness, afraid to step into the light.
Some people need to help somebody.
Are you ready?
No, don't you worry.
Don't you worry. It's gonna be alright.
Yeah, because I'm always ready.
Won't you do out of my sight? I'll be ready. I'll be ready. Thank you, Bart.
You need.
Thanks for joining me, Bart. Yet again. Oh, you can't hear it.
What is this happening? What's happening? Oh, yeah.
Thanks for joining me, Barty. Next time, should we go over our bullet points?
No, I don't want to do that ever.
Keep it.
Yeah, like fresh.
Because you like to be able to go, what's this now? Randomly out of nowhere.
Yeah, I like being annoyed by your topic.
I gathered that.
I love the ones where you just go, what?
And you go, it's like, all right, this is it. How have you?
Yeah, I know, I enjoy it. That's fun. It's fun for me. I don't think it is for you or listeners.
What are you doing?
What did you try and make me yes and before? It was something
Anything.
ridiculous.
Something.
It was something fucked. It was like,